Okay, so here's the, we're going to skin the rat. So there's already an opening here from where they did the injection. So we can start with our scissors. Now you want to keep the tips up as you do the dissection, because we don't want to cut into muscle below. Eventually we will cut into muscle, but in the beginning we don't want to. So we just want to cut through the skin. So the best tool is probably scissors. And you're going to keep the cut kind of superficial. Okay, so what we want to do, now I've got an opening here. I'm going to continue the cuts down a little bit. You can see that the skin is connected to the underlying tissue, and there's a couple ways to do this. You can use a probe to simply move along, and there's connective tissue. And this is probably the easiest way, is to just use a probe.
Oh, I see a red. Is that like a vein on the outside?
Yeah, that would be an artery probably.
In the skin.
In the skin, yes. The skin needs a blood supply just like everything else.
It's because it's alive.
Your skin is alive. Okay, so that's pretty opened up. And so this way we don't really damage the muscle. You can see the muscle very easily underneath there. It just takes a little time, but a little patience. Let me try the other probe. But you can separate it out pretty easily. Now it is possible to do this with a scalpel, but I would say the probe probably works just as well and is probably just as fast, maybe faster. Because with the probe we don't end up cutting into the muscle, so we want to preserve the underlying muscle at least for now. And so we can do that.
Why are rats so long?
This is probably an adult. This is an adult rat. It's pretty big.
That would be good because small rats and baby rats are quite small.
Right, it'd be hard to do a dissection on a baby rat.
And that would be kind of cruel too.
Mm-hmm. It would be a little cruel.
Wouldn't it still be cruel to do it on an adult?
Yeah, maybe this is a grandpa rat.
Yeah, but it's crueler on a baby because at least the adult got to live its life. Now the baby only got to, if it were a baby, the baby wouldn't get to live as long as the big rat, so, as an adult rat.
Alright, so now we're getting to the limb, so what you need to do is get your scissors out again and do a cut all the way down the limb. So you can see what I've done is I've made a slice. And again, we can use the exact same, there's some fat here, which you can see. Like a really good way to get the skin off without damaging the muscle, which we want to take a look at. So here we've got a lot of the skin off of this limb so far. You can turn this around. Go in on the other side. We're videotaping right now. Can you go tell your mother that we're videotaping?
Yeah.
Did you tell her?
You just told her.
I just told her, but I'm not sure if she heard me.
Couldn't you use this to break some connective tissue?
Alright, so that's pretty good. We got a lot of the Let's continue here. I'm gonna expose the muscle. So again, with the scissors, it's very good to make easy to make a superficial cut, and then we can use the probe to just go under the skin and loosen it up. So of course, don't cut yourself. Be very careful.
You can see bones.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there we go, we've got the skin off. So we can see the muscles of the hind limb very well here. That's pretty good. We're going to do the forelimb next. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look for kind of a nice place to cut into where we can get some of the skin off. So you can actually, again, before even making the cut, use the probe to kind of get in there, and then once you find a good place to cut, go ahead and make the cut. Again, try not to cut the muscle, so I'm keeping the tips away from the muscle as I go. So I've got almost all the skin off of this forelimb now.
You poked a hole.
A little bit of a hole. You can see there's some fat here. So again, just using the probe is probably the best tool. So now we want to get a little bit more of the skin off this forelimb. You can see it here. Here's the forelimb. Okay, where's the scissors? We're videotaping right now, you know.
And it's a rat dissection.
Dissection.
All right, so this is the forelimb, and we got the hind limb also. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to look at the structures. But basically, that's the end of this skinning the rat video. Okay, we don't have to remove all the skin. We got to where we need to be. Okay, so go ahead and stop the video.
What do you do? Okay, you already touched it.